Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Catherine, if you didn't already know. I'm here today with another fake tan video. I'm actually testing out a new tan that I haven't tried before, but I was very kindly contacted by COCO TAN and they sent me a few goodies which I've tested out, and I'm gonna share my thoughts with you on the products today. So yeah, if you want to hear that, then do keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe down below, give the video a thumbs up. And other than that, let's get into it. COCO, which is a fake tan brand, kindly reached out to me and sent me a few of their goodies to try out and test. So yeah, I haven't actually filmed like a fake tan routine video in a little while, so I've gone through like step by step my fake tan routine, so hopefully that will give you some tips and tricks onto how to achieve the perfect tan. But this is my current kind of like tan color at the moment. I'm very like bronzy, sort of holiday vibes, and that's thanks to this tan. So yeah, I thought I'd just talk through kind of the products I use, my process and what I do. So yeah, as I said, they kindly reached out to me. They sent me this really cute card with a really sweet message on it, so thank you so much to the team at COCO. And they sent me this bag filled with goodies, so basically fake tan products. So in terms of my routine, I like to kind of prep my skin a day in advance. This is kind of something I'd recommend if you have time to do it, just because it helps your skin breathe, settle and get rid of any kind of like old layers of tan. So what I'll do is I'll actually run like quite a hot bath and fill that with like my favorite products. So I just use like a really hydrating moisturiser, and then I'll go through and kind of like exfoliate my skin. I actually do use the Bondi Sands bath products. So they have an actual like body wash, they have a body scrub which is really nice, it's got like sea salt in it, and then I'll also usually do a bit of skincare. So at the moment I'm absolutely obsessed with the Kylie Skincare range. I have tested it out, so I'll link that video down below if you're interested, but her skincare is actually really good. So that's what I tend to do kind of before my tan, and then I use some sort of like tanning eraser. So COCO did send me their tan eraser. So it's a tan eraser mousse which is used to kind of like prep your skin and get rid of all your old layer of tan. So you basically just pump it on and you work it into your skin, you leave it for 5 minutes, and then you can then go into your bath or shower and exfoliate it off. So I've used tan erasers before, and this one was actually quite nice because it was quite like thin, it didn't feel like heavy on my skin, and it really just kind of did melt off the tan like really well. And yeah, so basically I just put that on. You do need to leave it on for a good like 5 minutes to let it sink in, and then I take like an exfoliating mitt and I'll scrub it off, and I'll also do like my sea salt that I'll put all over my body, which again helps to remove any excess tan. And also it's a good idea to also shave at that point as well if you do that. So that's kind of like all the things I do to prep my skin. So it's basically a skin primer, exfoliation, skincare, and then yeah, any extra products that you like to incorporate into your kind of like preparation. But prep is key. That's kind of like the key part before you even start applying your fake tan. Like make sure your skin is nice and prepped. But obviously COCO have a really good tan eraser, and this is only $11.99, so I think that's really reasonable. I've only ever found one other really good tan eraser which is slightly more expensive. So yeah, if you're looking for a cheap alternative, then I definitely recommend COCO. It's so affordable. So yeah, they're all the things I'll do before I actually pop on the fake tan. And then I took the tan itself. So this is described as the ultimate tan, and they said it's a violet based lightweight self tan mousse that develops into a deep dark Mediterranean inspired tan, ideal for those with yellow undertoned skin or those who want a deep dark exotic tan. So it's basically the perfect tan for me because I have a yellow undertoned skin. I love the deep like Mediterranean tan, that's what I like to go for, and the fact that it's violet based means that it's basically not going to have that green undertone that sometimes tans have, just saying. So yeah, that's really good. So I popped that on. They actually did send me a tanning mitt to pop the tan on. I'm not gonna lie, I did struggle with this because it was quite like rigid and it was quite hard to actually apply the tan. So the second time when I put on a second layer, I used my own mitt. So not gonna lie, I didn't really like the tanning mitt, but everything else I did love. But I just say that was a bit of a miss for me. But then I popped on a couple of layers of the tan and it did apply like really easily once I used my own mitt. I just think that mitt was a bit too like rigid, it wouldn't work the tan in. But the tan itself is an absolutely gorgeous color. It's so like bronzy and yeah, that Mediterranean skin, so it's kind of like a natural tan, like it's not too dark. It doesn't, again, as I said, it doesn't have that green undertone to it, which I really prefer that, because sometimes you can put on like a really dark tan and then it can almost have that kind of like green color to it if you put too much on. So yeah, the fact that this is like a violet based one is really nice. As I said, works perfectly with kind of like my skin color. So yeah, I popped a couple of layers of that on. I always sleep in my tan overnight. I just think it gives it more time to develop. I know some tans are described as express tan, so you could put them on for like an hour or two, but I'd say if you've got time, definitely leave it on overnight just to give it a bit longer to develop. And then the next day you'll want to rinse it off with kind of like lukewarm water. I wouldn't advise rinsing it off with really hot water because that can actually affect the colour. So yeah, rinse it off with like lukewarm water and then kind of like pat yourself down when you're drying yourself, and that will just help like the tan, not too much of it come off, and also that it will then dry down evenly because you don't want it to be patchy or anything like that. And they also actually included their Kabuki brush, which I used to pop the tan onto my face, because this is one of my little like, not secrets, but one of my tips for applying tan is if you're going to apply it to your face, don't apply it with the mitt. Take some sort of Kabuki brush. And before they sent me this, I was just using like a makeup brush, but this brush is so good. It's so like thick and I don't know how to describe it. It's like a really thick head brush, so it's really dense. That's the word I'm looking for. It's really dense. So it actually buffed the tan into my skin so perfectly, and then I kind of like buffed it down my neck so it's super even. So I'd definitely recommend this. This brush is $10.99, but I think it's such a good investment, especially if you're like a fake tan lover and are constantly applying tan. This is ideal for applying it to your face, and then any areas like your hands, your feet, your elbows, like this is such a good little invention. Like I thought this was genius. So yeah, I really liked using this brush. I definitely recommend that. So yeah, I actually popped on one layer and then I left it a day, and then I popped on another layer, and which is now this colour. So yeah, I always sleep in it overnight and leave it on for as long as possible, because that way you're going to get the darkest result if that's what you're after. But if you've only got a few hours, then obviously just keep it on for a couple of hours. And what you want to do once you've washed your tan off is of course moisturise and keep your skin nice and hydrated. So I still use the Bondi Sands tanning lotion. It's basically a coconut scented body lotion, and it just keeps your tan nice and glowy and topped up and doesn't go patchy too quickly. So yeah, I definitely recommend moisturising as much as you can. I tend to moisturise in the mornings, but you could do it whenever. Just make sure you keep moisturised, and that way your tan will last longer. Only thing about this tan is it didn't really have like an additional scent to it. It basically just smelled like fake tan. It wasn't like an outrageously like horrible smell, but it just smelled like fake tan. So yeah, that's the only thing. That's the one thing with tans. I prefer tans that have a scent, so that would be my only kind of like thing to improve. But the actual color of it is so nice, and as you can see, I am actually a really nice bronzed color, so I'm really pleased with that. And the tan cost $17.99, which is kind of like a standard price for a good tan. Like if you're willing to invest, then I actually think that's quite a good price point. Tans tend to last, like a bottle would tend to last me about 2 to 3 weeks depending on how much I'm tanning. Obviously at the moment not tanning that much, so it'll probably last me a good 3-4 weeks. But if I was going out more, then yeah, probably 2 to 3 weeks. But yeah, they do last. I think $17.99 is actually really reasonable considering it's such a nice colour. When I used my own mitt, it applied so easily, and yeah, it built up to a really nice shade. I've only literally got like 2 layers on and it's already achieved this colour, so a little goes a long way with this tan. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed using it. You can tell it's like good quality, and I prefer like that mousse texture. So yeah, I was really pleased with the way it turned out, really. So all in all, I think Love Coco is a really nice brand. I actually hadn't heard of them before until they reached out to me and offered to send me these products to test out. And they're such a really nice brand. Like, I really like the packaging as well, like this sort of nude violet sort of packaging with the Ultimate Tan and their Love Coco logo is really cute. I think it's super affordable. Like, all these products are less than £20, which is really good. The primer is such a shout, especially if you kind of do put on quite a lot of layers and you want to get rid of any old layers before you start your fresh one, because you don't want it to be like cakey, tiger bready sort of consistency. So I definitely recommend investing in some sort of eraser, and this one did really work. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for this. Love the tan, love the shade, love the fact that it's kind of like for those with yellow skin undertones, because it's perfect for me. And I would vouch that it is a deep dark Mediterranean inspired tan. Like, I fully think that. Like, I'm feeling Mediterranean right now, so surely it must be true. So yeah, it's a really nice shade and really easy to apply. I do think this brush is a game changer. So if you want to start applying your tan to your face with a brush, which I would 10 out of 10 recommend, then do be sure to pick up this brush too. I'll make sure I link below any products that I've mentioned, and do be sure to check out Love Coco. Thanks again to them for kindly sending me these items to test out. Absolutely love your tan. So yeah, be sure to check them out and pick up some tan. And yeah, that's it from me today. Really hope you found this video useful. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below, and also go follow me on Instagram as well. I'll be sure to link everything I've mentioned down below, and check out Love Coco too. But yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.